Welcome back to Living with That Classic, and a little bit of a quicker video here today. I'm going to have a look at the heater matrix for the Daimler 66 here. We had a previous video where I showed you basically how the Delon Air climate control system works. I replaced the evaporator in that, so that is brand new. However, when I came to replace the heater core, I noticed that the new ones you can only get the older style. You can't get the newer style, which I'll show you what it looks like in a sec, which has detachable pipes. However, I think that the reason with the detachable pipes is that why this thing is leaked. It seems to have leaked from the pipes, and it seems to have leaked because someone else has been in there before and replaced a gasket with an incorrect one. So I think I'll show you what that looks like. We'll try and put the right gasket on because I can still get a hold of those. And then we'll do a couple tests to see if it leaks or not. I think we'll do a vacuum test, and maybe we'll do a pressure test as well to see if it leaks. Hopefully it doesn't, and we can put it back in the car. If it does leak, then I think I'll have to send it up to a radiator repair place because sadly you can't get these new anymore. So this is the heater core out of this Daimler 66, a late one, so it has a Delon Air 3 system. Heater cores are the same across here, it's just that the pipes come out at a different angle because it sits at a different angle in the whole heater box. So worst case scenario, if this thing is leaking, I can use the other heater matrix I have, cut the pipes, cut these as well, and put hoses in here, and yeah, I can make it work. But I think that it's just been leaking from here because when it was sitting like this in the car, all the wetness, it's all dried off now, it was really located here. There was no wetness on the foam up here, no wetness anywhere on the matrix itself. The bottom of the foam, of course, was wet from here. So I opened it up, and this is what I found. You see there is an O-ring in there and nothing on the other side. However, it's not supposed to be an O-ring. It's supposed to be one of these gaskets. So my guess is someone's been in here before, and it really did feel like it when I took things apart. There were some screws in the wrong places and things, so people have been in here before. Maybe to replace a leaking gasket, they couldn't get a hold of these. Used an O-ring, it's been fine for a number of years, and then it started leaking again. So my plan is to replace it with the correct gasket, and then we'll take it from there, pressure test it, and see if it actually works. So just for fun, let's take the other pipe off as well, and just want to see if there is an O-ring in there also, or maybe they just touched one of the sides. I don't know. Yep, there is an O-ring in there as well. So I'm gonna take this out. I will clean up the area over here and the area on the pipes, and then we can remove the O-rings, put on the correct gaskets, and get this together. And then we're gonna think of some way to try and pressure test all of this. See, there's a little bit of debris right in there. Almost part of some gasket. I'll fish that out as well, clean up this area, see if we can get this all back together. And yeah, I think this is definitely where it's been leaking. That's all together. As you can see, they're very big, soft gaskets, but I just put a little bit Hylamar on there. It's not going to hurt anything. And also didn't tighten them too tight because they sort of start bending even more. So they're just, I think they're tight enough. And this is the part number in case you're looking for them. They're JLM759. You still get hold of them in certain places, but they're getting a little bit rare, but not that complicated of a gasket. It's just that they're very soft and quite special. Definitely a lot better than what someone else has tried in the past. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit and try and find something to plug one of the holes with. I do have a vacuum adapter that fits there. I think we're going to vacuum test it first, see if it holds pressure. And if we're a little bit unsure about that, we will do pressurize it instead and use, put it in the bucket, see if we get any air bubbles. But let me find some things to plug this up with, and we'll try and see if it holds vacuum. So this is my little contraption I came up with. This is just a heater hose, a 1/2 inch extender, hose clamp, And then I have this little hand-operated vacuum pump, which I use a lot for a lot of different things, bleeding brakes and other things. And it comes with different adapters, and this one fits pretty snugly in there. So, okay, you want to fall over, that's fine. Let's pump up a vacuum. I mean, not too much, but I don't know, something like, let's start with half a bar. So we're at half a bar right there, or a little bit above that. So let's grab my phone and we'll just set a timer. And I don't know how long, but see, I'm starting it right now. I'm gonna let that lay there and run. And we will see if it falls anything. I mean, I'm not sure how airtight everything is and the vacuum pump and all that. But let's let that sit right there. We are at just above negative 0.5 bar. Okay, let that sit. And if it's still like that in 15 minutes or so, I say it is pretty leak free. And it's just been about 20 minutes. Stop. And there has definitely been a change. It's gone down about 0.12 bars. 0.12 bars, which, yep, it did go down a bit, but I mean, this definitely isn't completely tight. This is a hard piece of plastic I just shoved in there and all of this. So we'll do one more test. We'll do the opposite. We'll put some pressure in here, very light pressure from the compressor, and at the same time we'll put this in some water and see if we get any bubbles out of here or anywhere else. So I'm going to prepare like a water bath for this, get my compressor out, and we'll try that. This may look like a science experiment, but it's what I've got to be able to pressure test this. So I have a normal compressor here, and I've set the pressure really low. It's about, check again, but I think I got it to about, yeah, it's giving me about 10 psi, which is good. These are rated for pressure for 16 psi. So I'm using the same connector there, same things here, but I am just gonna hook this up here instead. And the whole thing doesn't fit in the water bath. I don't have a big enough tub out here, but we'll start with the connectors, which is really where I think it would leak. Okay, so it is pressurized now. I don't see any air bubbles there. I think that's just air coming from the foam. I'm not seeing any air bubbles or hearing anything. Let's try the hose connectors again, or the pipe connectors, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so that's all underwater. Yeah, we definitely do have some pressure. We can just increase it a tiny bit. Okay, this is 15 psi. I think we have a leak-free heater core. So it was probably just those O-rings that were leaking, and now it seems to be fine. And that's it for this video. We got a success. We got a non-leaking heater core. Just really good because you can't get a hold of them right now. Hopefully they'll start making them at some point again in the future, but I searched everywhere, couldn't make them. But luckily it was just some previous owner or mechanic replaced those gaskets with the incorrect O-rings, and probably worked for a lot of years, and they were very hard and crispy, and now they leak. So now we have the correct gaskets in there, no leaks. I can put it all back together, and the owner should have his car back very soon. Anyways, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. Until next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.